Can I do the intro?
All right, do it. Only if
you
you stop messing with the stand. We're good, dude.
Are we going?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me get the right volume.
You're good, bro.
Am I?
Yes.
Okay.
I promise.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the unmarkeD podcast. I am your host, Dong Lee, and this is my co-host over here.
Tlalolin Ramirez.
Welcome to week 3 of our podcast.
Or episode 3.
Episode 3. There we
Whatever
go.
you look at it.
That's the official podcast. Episode 3.
Yeah, dude. So let's just get it out of the way, bro. You and I are both on a crazy high right now. Why is that, Dong Lee?
All right, so we went to the casino.
Per usual.
Per usual.
I feel like we have to talk about this at least once on
this.
every
It's still
episode.
fresh in our mind. We gotta just lay it out there.
Yeah, so we go to the casino again. We went last night.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story. We're supposed to record this last night, but Dong said, "You know what? We both don't work tomorrow. How about we just go to the casino instead?"
Yep.
And we played till like 5 a.m. But we had the craziest freaking story. We had the craziest run ever.
So, what I've always wanted, what I've always dreamt about, going to Vegas and like getting comp dinners and just
Getting free stuff.
Getting free stuff is
Free
like
dinner,
always
free
something I've
room.
wanted to do.
It's always a nice thing.
We had the most successful night last night in doing all of that.
Well, successful in crazy terms. So we go to this one casino, right? And I go in for, card counting, and I'm putting in my hours. And Dong says, "Hey, you know what? I want to gamble with you. And whenever you think the shoe gets hot or whatever, and you start betting big, I want to bet big with you." Now I'm like, "All right, sure, that's fine. But just an FYI, nothing is a guarantee.
Like nothing is guaranteed for fucking sure."
Oh, so I was like, you know what? It's fine. I let him know the repercussions and how he's basically going to lose everything. And he took out $500. I took out like my bankroll. I have enough to buy in if I have a downswing. But we sit down. Shoe starts getting hot. We bet big. Boom, boom, boom. Within a shoe or two. How much were you?
It was within literally 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah, like
less than. I was up
20 minutes.
$600.
$600, just like that. Boom, in an instant. More than doubled what you had.
Gosh. Can you imagine if I kept that and the winnings from Saboba?
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. But anyways, so homie Dong Lee was up $600. I was up like 200 maybe. So we're both having a really good night. All of a sudden,
Rod.
Dong is for certain that he's blaming it on Rod, but it's just the numbers catching up. You weren't supposed to win that much.
No, dude, it was the dealer, Rod. Looking at us funny, freaking looking funny.
My God.
Freaking.
Anyways, the count was getting super high and she was getting hot, and we start betting big, and then we were losing.
And
losing.
Like losing. You don't understand. I went through, what is it, $1,100?
$1,100
in maybe the next hour.
No, bro. You had one dealer.
Oh, fuck.
One dealer is 30
Fuck
minutes.
Rod, man.
Dude, less than 30 minutes, he lost all of it.
Yeah.
Boom. Like that, gone.
It was literally down to the, like, I wasted all my money. And I just looked at Talo. I was like, give me 100 right now.
And
gave me 100.
with no question at all. With no question at all. I gave Dong $100. So he was in for 600.
Yeah.
He had negative 600 technically, and he put it out there, won the 100. He gave the 100 back to me, and then continued playing.
Yep.
He survived.
And basically from there, it's all uphill.
From there, it was all uphill.
Uphill.
What happened was the casino decided to raise the minimum bet. So instead of a $25 minimum bet, it was now a $50. And it's too expensive for my bankroll. So I wanted to leave. Dong could have stayed and gambled if he wanted to, but I knew he wasn't down to. So as soon as they raised him, we got up and bounced. But since Dong lost like $200 and I was down like 800. Oh, by the way, I started losing too.
Well, we weren't really like gonna go to Saboba. Like that wasn't the plan.
Yeah,
and that's another casino. It's like next to Morongo.
Yeah. So we got up and we left, and I told the pit boss, and I said, "Hey, bro, can you guys hook it up with the dinner tonight? Like, you guys saw how much money we dropped on the table. Like, can you guys hook it up?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." He pulls up the receipt. We go eat, and we got a comp dinner. It was
Yeah.
free food.
So free cheesecake.
Yeah, we got
Free
two
Alfredo
free
pasta.
entrees. We got our drinks, and we got the dessert. Like all was basically included.
Yeah. So on the way out, and Dala was saying this when we were coming back. He was like, "You literally manifested the night."
Yeah.
And on the way out of Morongo, I was just like, "We are going to this next casino, and we're coming up.
Yeah,
We are coming up."
literally what he said. So, funny story on the side is Morongo, where we were first at, is known for having a really long poker line, and by poker line I mean like waiting list. So,
Yeah, and it's only been that long nowadays because of COVID, and
yeah, they're the only ones that are open. Like in
exactly,
the
there we
area,
go.
so
they're the only ones that open in the area.
So they get all the business basically.
yeah.
And it was like 1 a.m, 2 a.m, so it was still relatively early. And right before we leave the casino, there was no line at the poker
And
poker room.
that's very rare.
Unheard of.
So, dude, that was like a test. You know what I mean?
was like
Are you gonna sit down and play poker, or are you gonna go play more blackjack?
So basically, we're like, "Dong, dude, you're stuck $200. Do you wanna go to a different casino and test out your luck again, or do you want to go play poker?"
And sure enough,
And Dong said, dude, like he said, he manifested it. He's like, you know what? I really want to play poker, and I did too, personally.
yeah, we like looked at each other,
we're
both,
like,
and we're like,
down.
dude, should we play poker?
Like, let's just stay and play. And but no, he's like, I want to go to Saboba, the next casino, and win back the money and profit some.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. So
Yeah.
so we took a trip out to a different casino, and they had the same exact game, but $25 minimum, which was nice.
And that is where I came up.
And dude,
$900 freaking dollars.
dude, Dong,
It was the hottest
Dong
blackjack
ran
session I've
so hot.
ever had. I
Like,
sat down
extremely hot.
4 blackjacks in a row.
You did.
It was nuts. It was so nuts.
It was nuts. Yeah. So, I mean, nothing too excited. The shoes were all cold, but during like all that cold shoe, all the negative counts or whatever, we kept winning. Like the dealer kept busting. Dealer busted.
It was a
times.
good night. Like for
yeah.
sure.
So Dong went stuck in the hole $200 to coming up profiting $900.
Yeah.
Technically $925.
Yeah, technically freaking green.
So he walked out with $925 profit. And he's like, I don't want this green chip. I don't want $25. I'd rather just throw it away. Isn't that crazy?
That's essentially what I said.
Yeah, that is what you said.
It's not what I said, but it's essentially
sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know what? I don't want this green chip. I'm gonna just bet it on black, and then hopefully make it $100, so you can call it $1,000 profit. Sure enough, we put it on black, and it hits. You got $50, and I'm like, dude, you just got to put that 50 on one more color.
Let it run. That's what you got to call it.
And sure enough, you put it on black again.
So there's 2 colors in roulette, black and red, and then there's 3 colors.
There's 3 colors.
So there's black and red, but black and red have about like 16, 17 numbers each that you can bet on. And then there's a third color, which is green. And that's only 2
green. Yeah, so there's like 16 spots of red and 16 spots of black. Mm-hmm. It could be 17, don't quote us. But there's 16 of each, and there's only 2 spots of green. Only 2.
Hit the green.
So the chances of hitting green is like
hit the green.
super extremely unlikely. And it hit the green.
It hit the green.
We're like looking at the color, and like red and black, they're pretty dark colors, right? They pulled out the pin or whatever they use for roulette, and it was all bright. Both Dong and we looked at it. We're like, we don't recognize that.
Yeah, I was like, that's not red or black.
We're like, what is that? Sure enough, it's that green.
I forgot. I forgot that green was even like on a roulette table when we were
exactly.
right there.
That's why we were both so confused when we saw that bright color.
Yeah.
Just came out of nowhere. Like, oh snap! There's a third color technically.
Yeah, dude. The fires that.
Oh, bro! On the way there.
What? Do you remember what that fire was called?
No.
But it was in the San Bernardino Mountains.
I don't think it's San Bernardino. It's near Cabazon, Cherry Valley area.
Look it up.
Yeah, I could pull it up.
I'm pretty sure you said it was San Bernardino because it was near kind of like a. Oh, you know what? No, I don't think so. But basically, we were driving down to Morongo, and on the way there's a long stretch of just highway over you have to drive down.
Mm-hmm.
And there's mountain ranges within the background of on both sides of you, basically, while you're getting to Morongo.
Yeah.
While we were driving last night, the sky kind of turned like almost orange.
Yeah,
it was
really
so
did.
weird. And it was what time? Like 9, 8?
Yeah,
like
8
o'clock. So you can imagine
the sun was out.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was nighttime. It was. Oh yeah, I meant like
the sun. It looked like the sun was out because these fires are so big.
It was huge.
It was huge. It just and I've like been through El Dorado fire. Okay.
And it was crazy because we were like able to see it from the highway. Like
and we had to at least be like 50 miles away.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy because we saw it on the map. We looked it up, and we only saw like the one side.
Yeah, we only saw the one side that like it was not that bad.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was showing on the map.
It was the tip of the iceberg. We saw that is it. Yeah.
On the other side of the mountain, on the mountain ranges, it was like bad.
Yeah,
it was insane. And what tripped me out the most is that I went to the same casino the night prior, and on the way there, we saw like one or two like little flames. It looked like flames from afar. It was probably like really big fires, but it wasn't nearly as big.
But this time it looked like multiple patches.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, right.
And then we got to that one point where it was just like it looked like a wall of fire.
Yeah, dude. And we were even discussing it. We were like, dude, should we just not go to the casino and check out this fire?
Chase this fire.
I don't know why. I just love chasing fires.
I know that's your thing, though.
It's not my thing. I've done it in the past.
Like. What's so special about it? Because you've had a lot of fires around your place.
Yeah, because
I've gotten evacuated before.
Yes, and I live in Coyote Hills in Fullerton,
Orange County.
Yeah, but there's a lot of, I guess, dry bush there, and the area is very foresty almost.
Yeah.
So we've had lots of fires there, and there's been multiple times where I've had to been evacuated and lots of bad stuff. So. I don't know. The fire just gets me going.
Well, talk about your experience on TV.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Dong's famous.
I was just gonna. He's
been on TV.
So I used to have an Instagram, and I posted it on my Instagram, and that was like one of the most likes I've gotten on a picture. But so we started to have a fire near my house. I was literally taking a nap. I come out. And this was when I just got out of college, I believe.
Just got out?
I just stopped going to college. So I think I remember that morning, like meeting up with some friends. We smoked a couple J's, and then I got home. It was my day off. I took a nap. I wake up, and I hear just all this ruckus outside. So I go outside, and then what do I see? It's the daytime, and there's freaking smoke everywhere. And it's right next to my house. So I'm like, oh shit. I put on my sunglasses because my eyes are red as shit. Throw my shoes on. I walk outside, and I'm like, just like walking around like, what the fuck? Everyone's outside. Everyone's looking at this fire. I'm walking around, and all of a sudden, I think it's ABC7. ABC7, this van, this little minivan, just pulls up right next to me. That's like it literally like a movie. Sliding door opens, and this Asian guy pops out. He's like, "Hey, do you live here?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Can I interview you?" I was like, "Yeah." And so he's like, "All right, well, let's try to get closer to the fire." We tried getting closer, and then the firemen and the police stop us. And he's like, "Dude, I can't get any coverage here." I was like, okay. He's like, hop in my van. I was like, okay, now. Fuck yeah. Hop in his van.
Oh my God.
He's literally driving on the other side of the street, cutting red lights, cutting off cars.
And all of this was closed off.
All this was closed off. I mean, but he was going like around the fire. So like we like drove around Fullerton basically. Like, he drove me around like a good part of Fullerton to get like a good
shot or whatever.
Good shot. Yeah. And so I that's when I realized these news people, what are they called? Like
news
they're
anchors?
Not anchors.
No, they're not.
Because the anchors are the people who
I watched a movie on this, but no.
Yeah, but those journalists, those
the action shot people.
Fuck, what is that called? I did too. It was like
it's called Nightcrawler.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one I saw.
Dude, that movie's good.
It's at night, right? Like when there's accidents on the freeway and shit. They're the first people, and it's like 4 different companies trying to compete with it. That's a good documentary.
It's a movie, bro.
Is it? It's a documentary, fool.
No, it's not. I'll put money on it, bro. I'll bet you.
If it's about like real people and like if there's interviews and stuff, that's a documentary.
21 the movie is not a documentary. It's a movie, even though it's based off of.
But 21 the movie had people hired. They had a cast and they had.
Same for Nightcrawler. Oh my god, we'll talk about this later.
Oh, you're talking about the one with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, he's the guy from like the.
Okay, so that's Spider-Man a movie. So what I'm talking about.
Are you? Is there an actual documentary?
An actual documentary.
Oh wow! No, I didn't know that. I watched the movie.
It's like the actual thing, and it's like 4 major companies. So anytime you watch the news, like, and they bring up a like car crash
or whatever,
you'll see their little logo at the bottom left of the.
And they're getting paid for that.
They're getting paid for that, of course. And it's about like 3 or 4 different companies. That all compete within each other and
to get there first or whatever.
Yeah, and it's fucking wild because they. Like people getting it. I remember it was someone got in a major car accident, car flipping and everything on the 101.
Mm-hmm.
So near LA.
Yeah.
And these people they record, and they don't even help these fools out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I mean,
they need to get the
shot. Job.
Yeah,
they need to get the shot.
Money. Yeah, of course.
That's their money maker.
That's wild.
But yeah, and it's very ruthless. That whole
yeah. I watched the movie, bro. It was wild.
Okay, so you need to check out this documentary, and I know about that movie, but I have not seen it.
I mean, I like the movie more. I didn't really see the documentary, so I don't have an opinion.
So wait, what were we talking about?
You were talking about how your news guy took you to the place.
Right. Okay. So that's when I realized that these news people will do whatever they can to get the shot.
That's wild.
I was like 19. This 35-year-old man was gonna risk his life throwing me in his van. No lie. I didn't sign anything.
You just said, "All right, let's go."
Yeah. You know what I mean? There was no liability. I just hopped in his van. He pulls up somewhere. We come out, he gets his camera out, we start doing the interview, and I'm like winging it, and I'm killing it. Because I know I'm killing it because when this interview ended, the news guy gave me his card, and he's like, "Hey, like you could do this, like for a living." So I remember getting that card, and I was still just like part-time at In-N-Out at the time, and just kind of like looking for other jobs.
Yeah, I'm kind of down.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm gonna email him. Never got an email back.
He left you on red.
Yeah.
Hey, look at you now. We're kind of sort of doing the same thing.
Sort of.
Just talking into a microphone. It's just not live and not in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah. But I think I could have done that shit.
I believe you could have done it too, bro.
Yeah, I think I could have done that.
Yeah, no. Just in case you guys couldn't tell, Dong is really good at speaking. Like, really good.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. Like, to hold a conversation, just talk to people.
I think I can have a great conversation with anyone that is put right in front of me.
Yeah,
but
that's a skill, bro. That's a skill no one has.
But I have a problem, and honestly, this is like I have a problem with just really exposing myself nowadays.
Oh, really?
And we'll see. Like I'm like comfortable with you to be able to just talk to you about anything.
Yeah.
Especially with I guess work and that my position at work now too. I don't really bring anything up about my personal life or. Because I just don't want anything used against me in the future because it has things have been used on me against in the past at work per se or other things. So yeah,
that's interesting.
I know I can hold up a conversation with anyone.
Yeah,
but
sometimes you just shouldn't, huh?
Yeah, and then you too. Like you're very social too. So I mean that's why you and I are sitting here doing this fucking thing, right?
This podcast, huh?
Yep.
So yeah, bro, it's a wild trip.
Yeah, we got to have another one like that.
Yeah, we do.
Soon.
But what about these crazy fires, bro? They don't stop.
Yep. And I read somewhere that in 2020, these are the most amount of fires that California has ever had.
No, I believe it.
So 2020, there we go. Setting another record.
Another record, dude.
Another fucking wild year.
But you know what it reminds me of? You know what's crazy? Australia, when they had their crazy fires. And how you were able to see it from like the satellite above. Yeah. That was insane.
Well, did we talk about this on the last podcast where Oregon was like The sky was just
Oh, it
red.
was just red. Yeah,
Did we?
With a bunch of smoke. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did. Okay. Yeah, that's nuts. Can you just imagine just walking out with like a red lens on your eyes?
That's insane.
Everything you see is red.
I know, but like it was just the terrible stories at Australia where like
the
like,
koalas dying.
dying, dude.
I don't mean to laugh, but
They're terrible. Dog.
It's so sad.
Yeah, we're so mean, but yeah, dude, the world's going for shit.
So speaking of betting and gambling, when the NBA season first started, around that time I went to Vegas with my friends and I put down a $200 bet that the Clippers would win the championship. And as of recent news,
oh my, you actually did?
Yeah,
really?
MGM.
What would have been the payout?
The payout would have been like 1,800 to 1.
1,800 to 1.
Well, no, not
you
18.
Made
not
1,800.
I would have made 1,800. So it would have been like
90,
9 to 1 at that point, right?
90.
Yeah, at the time.
You're
when
right.
I put it 9
to 1.
Yeah.
So as time went on, that payout would have been less.
No, the payout sticks with what you bet on.
No. I'm saying if you didn't bet at that time, because time.
Yeah,
time
like
is a factor,
as
right?
the season would have gone on,
because you guys are doing good.
we were doing well.
So
you guys,
the payout gets lower.
The payout got lower, and at a
9
certain
to
point,
1.
as soon as the playoffs started, the Clippers were like favorite to win it.
You guys are dumb, bro.
Oh my goodness!
God, I can't believe you guys actually thought that.
Oh my goodness!
All those people that I see saying, "Oh, Clippers are gonna take it. Clippers are gonna take it."
It was a historic disappointment,
dude. That was
to say
so
the least.
sad.
But as I was telling T the other day, to all the bandwagon Clipper fans out there, this is your rite of passage.
This is your rite of passage.
This is
what you have to go through.
This is what you have to go through
to
to be a fan.
Yeah.
You can leave after this year, but the true fans will stay.
Run away, dude.
True fans will stay.
No. The true idiots will stay. True idiots like you. So, what happened, bro? What happened to your Clippers, dude?
They went up 3-1. They blew a freaking lead. They had a 15 plus point lead in games 5, 6, and 7.
Oh my god! And you guys blew it.
Oh, I know we're supposed to like talk about whatever, but like I don't want to talk about this right now because I'm just like my hands are already starting to get sweaty. I'm starting to get all pissed off.
Oh my god! So basically,
if anyone from like the Clippers fan base or organization hear this, fire Doc Rivers right now.
No, dude.
Putting it on our podcast first. Fire that fool right now.
Oh my god! But
man doesn't know how to coach a basketball team to save his life.
Yeah, he choked the Celtics.
Choked the Clippers twice.
Oh my god!
This isn't the first time the Clippers have blown a 3-1 lead. This is ridiculous.
Isn't he coach of the year though?
No.
Was he not?
That meant I'm pretty sure he has been.
Oh, has been. Okay. I saw it somewhere and I'm
but he's just a has been.
Well, just like Kawhi.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, yeah, short story short, I was basically rooting for the Clippers. I wanted a Clippers versus Lakers Western Conference Finals matchup.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
I think the whole world wanted that.
I think the whole world wanted that too. So, fuck the Nuggets. It was supposed to be a Clippers win. Clippers were up 3-1.
3-1.
You guys had 15-point lead on every game.
Dude,
y'all are
so we had a total
y'all are wimps. Y'all can't close,
God.
dude. You guys can't finish.
Oh my god, we're talking about something else.
All right, let's move it on.
Can't talk
dude,
about this
you know
anymore.
So crazy story. We're going to sidetrack, completely take a left turn on this conversation. So, growing up, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, right?
Uh-huh.
And back in the day, I used to watch a lot of science and math videos just because I'm a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
And I was following this one channel. It's called the Number File, and they were interviewing the channel itself. Went to a bunch of like mathematician and physics professors, and they're just asking them what their favorite number is. Because we all have our favorite numbers, but we don't know why.
Yeah.
Right. Personally, my favorite number is E.
Wait. Time out.
What's up?
I was gonna say time out to like what you said prior, but then you said fucking E right now. double time out. All right.
What's the first time out?
The first time out was you said that we have a number that we like for no reason.
Yeah, well,
But what if there is a number that
okay,
I like
there
for
is
a reason?
for a reason, yeah, but it's still your favorite number, regardless, you know.
Yeah, but there's a reason to it.
All right, good. I have no reason in mind.
Oh, okay. And then the second time out, you fucking said E as your favorite number.
E is a 2.71, et cetera, et cetera. It's like pi. Pi's a number,
Oh yeah,
right?
oh, yeah. I know that. I know that actually.
And E is another number. It's using exponents and logarithms and all that good stuff. Anyways, so I was watching. They were interviewing a bunch of professors, right? And this professor said like 15 or whatever, and they said because it reminds them, I think, of like the color blue. So people were like tripping now and saying, "Hey, like what the heck does that mean?" And supposedly this professor has what you call synesthesia.
What's that?
Synesthesia is basically the mix-up of like different senses. So you confuse like your sight versus hearing versus taste and
it's
stuff.
Almost, is that like a disability?
I don't even know if it's a disability. I think it's
because if you're confusing your senses,
it's kind of like an ADHD, sort of like something that you just have.
Okay, so
but like I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what ADHD
is. ADHD a disability?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm not exactly sure. So this professor has synesthesia, and I was sitting there, and I was able to relate because like growing up, I always saw. I don't want to say see. I've told myself that I'm not going to say see anymore. I'm going to say feel. So growing up, I used to feel the colors.
Synergetic shit. What was the word?
Synesthesia, bro.
That's some synesthetic shit.
I would feel certain colors with numbers that I see. So, and it was so weird because like growing up as a kid, I used to think it was my imagination.
Yeah.
I used to think like, oh, I'm just a kid thinking about random stuff. And whenever I would see a certain number, I feel a color. And I remember vividly having a conversation with myself, like in high school, saying, bro, you need to snap out of it. And you need to stop assigning colors to numbers, and you need to grow up and see that all the numbers are the same. Like I had a conversation with myself, bro. It was the weirdest thing ever. I said, you need to snap out of your imagination, like you little kids thing, and just grow up and see all the numbers the same.
Okay. So do you still see colors and numbers?
Yeah.
Really?
I had that conversation with myself before I saw the video. So when I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah.
Like I feel that too.
Yeah.
And there's actually a way to test it out. And the way you do it is someone asks you of a number. Someone tells you a number, right? And you say the color that you feel. And it's all random order. There's no particular order so that you don't memorize it or whatever.
Okay.
You come back 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and they ask you for the number, and you have to say the color that you feel, all completely different order. If the colors match the same that you did like weeks prior, then you have synesthesia. And I tested out.
And you have it?
Like every single number like has the same feeling of color.
Okay, so when we're going to the casinos and we're counting cards and shit, do you like?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Like I seriously believe that's why I love math so much. Because like I see certain things, I see certain patterns, and I feel certain colors in a way that like makes sense to me. That like connects to me.
Yeah.
So like, dude, like I don't want to brag or anything, but like I took like AP calculus year 1, year 2, like got 5s on both of them.
Nice.
Like, I got like 100% in a class like throughout the semester. Like dude,
you were just
math.
really good at math.
Like, I love math, right? And so I truly believe that all of that has to tie around.
That's
like
cool.
Me having synesthesia.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
dude.
I definitely don't have that because I'm ass at math.
But you're Asian. You're supposed to be good at everything.
Like my parents literally like beat me to death when I was a kid because I just sucked at math. Like all the other Asian kids were getting into geometry and shit their freshman year, and I was just like, I'm gonna just do algebra.
I was a kid who like took geometry in 8th grade, bro. I was like,
damn.
Yeah, dude.
I had a couple friends like that.
Super ahead of my years, but
I was really into like history and
you're one of those
literature,
like English and stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of I can write up an essay. Like I can bullshit that essay in like 20 minutes and just make it sound like okay.
Like
not bad.
Isn't
for
that
20
funny?
minutes.
Isn't that kind of like a power in a way? Like you talk to people and they say, "Are you a math guy or an English guy?" Like it's either one or the other.
But I wouldn't consider myself an English guy.
What do you consider?
But I
yourself?
guess just because we're talking about this right now and you saying that you are good at math, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not fucking. I suck dick at math. Like, like.
But English, but literature. But you're an English guy. If you're good at history, literature.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would
writing
rather
essay.
prefer over math. I guess. Was that Siri going off?
Yeah, Siri's going off right now. I don't even know how. But you don't think like it's one or the other? Like when you talk to people and they say, "Hey, are you more of a math person or are you more English person?"
But that's just
vague.
putting two people in, or that's just putting people into just one of two categories.
I guess.
Like there's people who are not good at both, but maybe they have like the perfect, like, I don't know, like speech skills, and that's what they did that's what they really excelled in. And
yeah, of course. I mean,
I don't know.
It's not just one or the other, but I don't know either.
I'm
good at math. That's all I'm saying.
And it's funny because when that's like the stuff you watched on YouTube when you were a kid.
Yeah.
I was watching like Nigga Higga, and you know who Kev Jumba is?
No. Bro.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so I was just watching all these Asian comedians like coming up when like YouTube first came out, you know?
Yeah. I remember.
I remember Nigga Higga dropping his like how to be a gangster, how to be a rapper 101 videos.
And you like that? Like, that was your goal?
Those
You're
are.
Like, I want to be a gangster.
No, that wasn't the goal.
I want to be a gangster.
The goal is to get famous. What's our goal? What did I tell you last night our goal is?
He said that our goal was to be featured and be a guest on Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, or Jimmy Kimmel.
Or
James Corden or Trevor Noah.
Dude, any late night show,
Any late night show.
If you guys want to host us, we'll go up there and talk. We'll be idiots.
That's our end game.
That's our goal, dude. So
that's our goal.
We're manifesting it right now. So episode 3, once episode 300 comes out,
yeah,
and we're out there,
we're like, our goal is to make 10 episodes, but now our goal is to be on a late night show.
Dude, our expectations
not
are
too big of a difference,
not
right?
too big of a difference. All right, so transition once again out of left field. I'm just curious about this because I had a conversation with someone else. But do you believe, going back to the manifestation of things, do you think you can manifest things out of like repeating something every day, or out of like truly believing it and it actually happening?
Yeah, 100%.
You believe that?
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with someone and they said that like no matter like what you do or what you say, nothing's going to change the future because like the future is set already. Do you believe that?
Man, that's yeah.
So which one do you believe more technically?
I believe that the future is what you make of it.
Okay.
So how I've always grown and how I'll always live my life is, yeah, the future is going to be set, but I can make it set. I can change what that outcome is going to be with my life decisions.
So is it set or is it not?
But you can't. Well, it's not set because you make decisions every day that change the outcome of your future.
Yeah.
But if you want to, I guess, realistically think about it, yeah, your future is set.
Your future is set. So like
we're all gonna die. Our future is set.
Yeah, of course.
But our decisions we make can impact how our lives
are lived
and how our lives turn out.
It's like, so you have this, let's say hypothetical, you have this young kid who grew up poor, parents divorced, all the odds are against him for being successful.
Okay.
He wakes up every morning, looks in the mirror and says, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be successful. Yeah. Right? He's doing this every day. Reminding himself that he needs to work hard. He needs to pursue in what he wants to do, and et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that all those factors of him waking up in the morning and telling himself that, of persevering and believing that he can change the future, do you think all of those things are factors into him possibly being successful in the future?
If he acts on it.
What do you mean if he acts on it? Like if he actually works hard and actually like does stuff.
If he wakes up every morning and tells himself, I'm going to be successful, and then does nothing the rest of the day, he's not going to be successful.
Do you believe that saying that those 3 things in the morning, or repeating that in the morning, could just change a subconscious
Yeah, definitely.
thing in your mind.
Yeah.
So without even consciously thinking about it or acting on it, quote unquote, do you think it'll still change?
Yeah. I
So
think so.
So it doesn't matter if he acts on it because he's gonna subconsciously be doing it anyways, right?
Well, I'm saying like if he doesn't do anything, then yeah, obviously his future's gonna go down this path. If he does do something, then he'll go down another path.
Do you believe that talent, the repeating of the saying in the morning is doing something?
Yeah, it's
That's
kind
what
of
it
like
is.
that. To me,
Uh-huh.
it would just be like that backbone in your mind. Like at the end of the day, whatever I go through and whatever I prosper through, I am going to make it out of this alive.
Yeah.
And I will be successful. And it might not be the level of success that he would want, but it's still better than yesterday.
Yeah, dude.
And so like that's the thing. So when I was like a swim captain, right before we would have our league championship, we would have you know what a carbo loading is?
No.
So right before any big sport event, so weeks prior to that big sport event where let's say you want to get your best time, your best performance, right? As an athlete, you kind of cut down on the carbs.
Yeah.
You cut down on the carbs,
There's
and
all
then
sugar
the day before, 2 days before, you load up on carbs.
Yeah.
You just fucking load up.
Okay.
So for swimming, there's a lot of the smaller things that go into play. So shaving your leg hair.
Yeah.
Shaving your pubes.
Yeah, shaving everything. Yeah.
Yeah, shaving your swimming cap, your suit that you're wearing, it's all drag in the water.
Yeah, of course.
So even the smallest bit of carbo loading, you're getting the same time on your race every week.
Yeah. Until that one big day.
But you carbo load, you shave, you get in the right mindset, and all of a sudden this like
monster comes out.
Yeah, it's like you've never had it in you before.
Yeah.
And you just pull out that time. You're like, how did I just do this?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like what I'm trying to tie back to that is like for swimming, as the captain during those carbo load dinners, I had to tell a story about this baby elephant. And so the story about a baby elephant is that this baby elephant grew up in a circus. But he was always tied to one wooden peg.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
By 1 foot.
Yeah.
His entire life. So he could only be attached to that peg, and that's all he knew.
Yeah.
But one day, as you know,
time goes on.
15, 20 years later, this elephant's all big and grown. He's a full-grown elephant. A fire breaks out in the circus, right? All the tents are burning, everyone's running out.
Yeah.
But this baby elephant thinks he can't get out because he's still stuck to this leg. But realistically, it's a fucking
huge ass,
big ass elephant that could just
tear down anything. Yeah,
exactly. So I feel like that's like kind of our mindset is we have to think bigger than what we are actually doing and what we actually are. And if you get up every morning and you tell yourself every morning, I'm going to be successful. Then there's no way that you shouldn't make actions throughout the day that aren't reflecting that. Especially if you're waking up every fucking morning and you're singing to yourself. Then if you're doing that every morning, that's a dedication within itself.
Facts. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's already a self-discipline thing.
Why? What do you think? Like you think
No, dude. I think we should end it on that note, bro. That was good. I believe everything you're saying. Like all like your story, like I believe in that. Like personally, I have been telling myself that.
No, me
like,
too.
In the morning.
And that's something like I've been telling myself that for the last 5 years.
That's dope.
It's like slow progress, but
but we're getting there.
Yeah.
And like that I see the driving you, and ideally you see the driving me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we're gonna plow through this stuff, and yeah, I think we could just end it here, bro. Like that was good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to the Unmarked podcast.
Yes, thank you guys. If you guys, we are on Spotify, we are on YouTube, we are on Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast. I'm so glad we're on that.
Yeah, dude, that's freaking crazy.
Because
like we have our own page and everything.
I've showed a bunch of people our podcast.
Yeah,
and the first thing they say is is it on Apple Podcasts?
Hell yeah, it is.
Well, the first couple weeks,
Yeah,
I'm like,
first couple
no,
weeks, like, no.
not yet.
Well, yeah, we're out there now, and we are trying to stick to a set schedule. We are trying to upload at least
Friday.
by Friday. I
Yeah.
think we should be having a time set from here on out. But Friday for sure. Every Friday you'll see a new episode. And thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you
guys
so
for listening.
much.
Oh, one more thing. Actually, I haven't really talked about this with Dong, so we're gonna see what's up. I do want to start having the messages sent from the audience, and then we'll talk about it on the podcast. The unmarked section.
Yeah,
So,
but where are we gonna? Like,
talk
how would
about it,
they
like, at
ask
the
us
end.
questions?
no, they're not asking us questions. They're sending us stories. They're sending us something that happened to them, and we're gonna react to it, and we're gonna talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Unmarked.
Got it.
Unmarked. Like it's something that we've never heard of, something that we've never tackled on, and we're
Okay.
just gonna read it and go from there.
So if anyone wants a story that they want
So, yeah,
discussed, you
if
can
you guys-
email us at unmarkedpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
because I fucking made that shit. So yes, shoot us an
Unmarked
email.
Is it
Unmarked podcasts
with the S at the end?
with an S at the end
With the S
at
and a N
gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Send us some stories. Send us some questions. We'd love to talk about it. Hopefully, we're
Facts.
trying to bring in our next guest next week.
Yeah,
Our first guest.
Our first guest next week. It's in the works.
My
Hopefully it
honorary
happens.
brethren,
Yeah, our honorary brother, dude. That guy's
Twanske.
the homie. So hopefully it
So
works out.
you guys will definitely enjoy his stories. So
Yeah,
and,
most definitely.
and hopefully we're hoping that one's going to be a little longer. But thank
Yeah.
you for listening, and we appreciate your time, and hope you guys have a wonderful week.
All right. See you guys next week. Peace out.